Good evening, this is the Nerdistic Human, and welcome back to our Islamic Holy Roman Empire campaign. And you join us outside of Zaragoza, where we have a big pile of armies. Yeah, I don't know quite when this is going to go down, but it looks like it's going to be one hell of a battle when it does. Now, essentially, they are full of trash, so I am hoping that just sheer quality of troops is going to do it for me. But we don't really have much experience, so that might not end too well. Our Portuguese chap over here is heading to Pamplona. Will take a little while. We're a few turns down the line from last time, as you can tell. 7 turns left over there at Pamplona, and they are counter-sieging us at Leon. So we'll see how that all goes down. We've got ourselves an army building here. We're going to send some cav in a turn or two. Now elsewhere, over by Sicily, we of course have the Sicilians to finish off. We have a few forces over at Calgary and at Naples. We can send those to go and deal with his popiness and his Sicilian friends at some point in the coming turns. And yeah, you might have noticed over here, the Spanish have taken Tunis, which, yeah, full stack in a fortress. We won't be taking that anytime soon. But that does mean that they had 3 full stacks sitting in one city. Or, well, you know, one city for 3 stacks. So their economy can't be good. But as I say, the AI loves to cheat, doesn't it? So we'll see. I think they're going to have to come back at us pretty soon because they can't have us taking their last city. Nonetheless, in time, I'm sure we'll be able to deal with all of those problems. Everything else is surprisingly chilled, to be honest. Everyone hates us, but yeah, the French hate us, the Polish hate us, the Byzantines hate us, but none of them have invaded just yet, so all is good. Venice just hanging around over here in Zagreb, of course. Polish army just going to keep an eye on, but yeah, it seems to be okay. We do have ourselves a princess again, by the way. Lovely stuff over here. We have Lice, who's a delicate blade, warm, natural negotiator, and she just picked up a first level of diplomatic ability. I've just started sending her in this direction, trying to see if I can snipe someone off. Obviously, good old Yehao over here. Yeah, he's rather marvellous, isn't he? He was the result of our early princess in the game. We haven't got many, but we will certainly take those who we can get. So, yes, I'll have to send her off, find someone for her to marry. But for the time being, it's probably a good chance to end our turn, because I suspect, yeah, we've got a few battles over in this part of the world to deal with. Oh, indeed, there's going to be a huge battle at Zaragoza over here, and it's not the army I was expecting, actually. King Diego over there has himself a small set of forces that I think is in the city itself. But they also have Gonsalvo May with a rather terrible force. Oh yes, that's the one that we had a little peek at before. And Captain Sancho. Yeah, these are trash. So with any luck, we'll be able to hold them off with what little infantry we have and just smash them with Gav. We've got the Teutonic Knights to go and beat them up. In fact, the game is giving this 1-1 in spite of their 3 armies here. Well, 2 and a bit anyway. Ulrich the Mean, potentially the best guy for the job. Actually very chivalrous, it should be said. He is brave. He can tell one hell of a tale about beautiful victories. He's a tourney entrant as well, so yeah, he's perfectly set up for this lovely jousting affair here today. So let's head in, let's go and crush the Spanish.
The Germans know a thing or two about tosspots and piece-a-bed non-fanciers. After all, we have Bohemians to look down upon. But I did not know until now there was a race of goat-sucker and doxy-poxed loons who used fishes' asses in place of their heads.
Gosh, even by the standards of Medieval 2, that's a pretty brutal insult. What have the Spanish ever done to you, good sir? Absolutely insane. Right, I think his speech is near enough done. Let's get into battle. Cheer on, lads. Cheer on. The thunder of hooves came racketing down the hill, and the Spaniards knew that their fish heads were facing the wrong way now. Oh yes, indeed. They are turning and running. Oh, look at this. We are going to obliterate them with these charges. Oh, that is delicious. Rout again. Come on, smashing them apart. 75. Watch the numbers drop. Watch the number drop down to 38. It does take a little while, by the way, you might notice, for the for the number to drop down. The death animation has to be complete before the game decides that the unit's going to be officially dead. Let's pull out. Let's have a second charge. We've seemed to destroy the front line. Let's try and have another go at the second line, please. We lost quite a few men on some of these units here. To be honest, this unit here probably isn't the best suited for all of that nonsense. Nonetheless, if we actually bother to pull out, they do sometimes ignore orders, actually, these Teutonic Knights. So, yes, please pull back. Get yourselves reorganised, and we'll have a good old slam into what's left of these chaps. So, you, sir, get yourself in here. You're ready. You get into there. You get into there. And to be honest, I think this battle's largely done already. Yeah, let's. But at least this first part is there's plenty more troops where they came from. So time to just send in all of the men. Charge! Right, we've got a pretty much full unit here. Kablamo! And they are down. Yeah, again, we're just halving the unit with every charge, and the mass rout can continue. Oh yes. There's one unit holding in the middle. But honestly, probably best to just run at this point, chaps. Probably just best to run. Now they've got themselves set up over here. Looks like a proper army, it must be said. But I'm more interested in slamming. Yeah, that's the enemy general, not general once again, because bit sad about Henry last time. That was not the way I really wanted that all to go. Now, dismounted feudal knights. Okay, we need. Yeah, let's get ourselves actually lined up properly. Let's get all of our Teutonic knights over into that position. Let's grab the feudals and these guys. You guys can just kind of reshape up into that position. Everyone, start setting yourselves up for the second charge. They're just sitting around on the hill. So that's fine, we'll let them do their own thing. You know what, Hugo, do what you need to do, which is be like Cav, and you're just a bit dead. So, we don't actually have a huge amount of room for the charge at this point. Slightly going to undercook this, but it's fine. We will do what we can. And actually, the rest of you, just get yourselves around the flank. Thank you very much. No, I think we got enough for the charge. Yep. Yeah, they may be a little bit warmed up, but they're not too tired for that. That's just a town militia. So say, even the feudal knights here are going to struggle with all of that. Yeah, they're gone. They're gone from that charge. They have completely melted, and yeah, just going to hack down the general there. Is that the king, actually, isn't it? King Diogo. They do have a general over in Tunis, by the way, just so you know. This isn't going to completely do in the Spanish, sadly. I might send an assassin over to Tunis. That might be a good way of finishing them off. Now, we're going to lose a few men here, just hacking at them, but that's fine. I think we'll send the light cav over here just to finish that off. This general was in big trouble. They are just sitting there on the hill, waiting for their end to come, and that very much suits me. Praise to the king here, who has managed to fight long and hard, but he has been maced in the head at this point. And that is him gone. But the slight mistake that I surrounded him so much that he was just fighting to the death in the end. So, oh well. Where are my light cav? Those are my light cav. Where are my heavy cav? There you are, Mr. Knights. Lovely work. Just chase after them. That will be absolutely wonderful. Okay. Time to hit the next set of forces. In fact, let's just go straight for the general, if I'm honest. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's get these guys. Let's get the feudal knights over here, just up the hill, just to make sure we've got someone to charge in and protect all of our lovely infantry. You probably, to be honest, need to slightly reorganise their position. So let's just get them around about here. That'll be lovely. Thank you. Lads, get yourself into position. As for the Teutonic Knights and the general, all of you, just get galloping. I know you're a bit tired. They're actually not that tired at all. Good stamina on these chaps. Just charge into the rear. We just want to get this general dealt with. The general has foolishly turned around to the charge, and I don't think that's going to end very well for him. Indeed, he is not in position. He is not charging. The lances are just poking up to the sky, looking to the heavens for the answers. But no, the answer is here. The answer is death. death and violence for you, my good sirs. Now, I will actually... I'm tempted to send my lads in, actually. I'm going to get them a little bit closer. You know what? No, we'll just hold it back for a moment. Let's get the cav... We'll use the cav to the best of our ability first. Let's just keep these guys going where they would go. Their general is somewhere in this mess. There he is, and he's dead. Marvellous stuff. Okay, with that, that puts us in a very good position indeed. All of you, pull out. We've taken heavy, heavy damage to some of our units. And I think, without the general, they're in big trouble. So we'll just pull out of this as much as possible. Just take ourselves a position over there on that flank. They start to get themselves surrounded, and I think that'll work for us. At this point, they are starting to charge in, which means we're just going to send these 3 units of cav forward and hopefully absolutely obliterate these infantrymen. Come on, don't get caught. I want to use the charge properly. There we go, that's a hit on that flank. So with that, I think it's time to send in the infantry, actually. They've been waiting around, waiting for their moment to get in on the action. Well, here comes the blood and glory, lads. Here comes the blood and the glory. You focus on this end of the battlefield. I think our cav back here can probably deal with a lot of the rest of that nonsense. Indeed, they can. So, feudal knights seem to have largely done the job over here. I think you should probably just pull out a tiny, tiny bit. A few units, yeah, just one town militia's got themselves caught up in my cav here, which is a little bit annoying, just preventing our charge, which I guess is quite sensible from their point of view. Nonetheless, our infantry is coming in to do the job now, and we are far, far superior units. Get yourselves in there, cav. Just charge through to the next one. This is possibly could have just got my cav re-energized and charged them in, but to be honest, I think it's only fair to let the infantry get on with their work. So, you chaps, pull it back over here. And I reckon, yeah, they're just starting to fall apart all over the place at this point. And cavalry, just get back into the melee. That'll be absolutely fine. That unit over there has fallen apart. Send one of you in to the flank of those lads. And to be honest, yeah, they're gone. They are completely gone. We've slaughtered so many Spaniards today. 36% of ours, 69, 70% of theirs is flying up. They're not going back anytime soon. You lads over there, get on with your job, which is mopping these up. Left them back on that hill. Good thing I did. Send one of those units over here, and to be honest, it is just a mopping up affair. Don't really know who's still fighting. Just a couple units over here. Let's just charge everyone in. Charge them all in. These cavalry in a bit of trouble, actually. Just pull out. Sometimes the pulling out action does seem to just shuffle them in the right direction. General is kind of just charging face first into spear militia, which is a ballsy move, but it seems to be working for him. So, you know what, lad? Continue that job. He's up to 7 experience now. He's only about 35, I think. So he's got a long life of bloody murder ahead of him. And who can deny him such a glorious, glorious day? The Spanish fort, they had themselves the great victory of a crusade. Oh no, that has not lasted long at all. Oh yes, Ulrich the Mean over here has slaughtered many, many a man this day. And yeah, we've captured 1,300, killed another 1,000. We have gained good chunks of experience all over the shop. I'm not sure how many casualties we'll have to really deal with. We'll see in a moment. Oh, King Diago. No. Ooh, I like the sound effects. They are marvellous, aren't they? Right, sack the settlement. And with that, we paint a lovely, lovely stripe of black across northern Iberia. It's marvellous. They are demanding yet more money. Well, let's discuss this again, shall we? I want to give you map information. And you know what? I will give you a tiny amount of money. Let's just be friends. So, balanced. How about, I don't know, a tiny, tiny tribute? Just to make this technically generous. I don't know. Here, have military access. Oh, they're not going to accept any of this, are they? No, they don't want alliances. Whatever. Ooh, Leon. Just a half a second of an awkward pause there, as I imagined I would be cutting and editing that part, but no, straight in to Leon. And this is not This is not a glorious battle in any way. They've won. They have 2 units of Genite, 3 units of crossbows, and 2 units of town militia. We have 5 spear militia and 2 crossbows, so we should be okay, probably. Let's get in. Let's do this. I thought they'd wait for this support force because honestly, I didn't know what I was going to do if they turned up. But no. Well, we should have a chance. Let's go. Suffice to say, the Portuguese aren't attacking a particularly good bit of the wall for them. They're attacking that lovely U-shaped gate here. And whilst the ram is going to crack through, unfortunately, we are getting some lovely shots in from our 2 crossbowmen along the side here. Lots of side swiping shots, slaughtering the Genite before they pile in on our spearmen. Yeah, the chaps climbing the ladder have immediately fled. So, looks like we're safe from the ladders, although we'll keep them up there. Just get some last shots in, please, crossbows. You will have a moment or two to do this. You guys hold position. I possibly should have shield-scrimmed, actually, considering it's Genite. But I think we'll be okay. We're just going to try and pack them in here at the entrance. Now. Seeing as they're about to pile in, can probably get the crossbowmen over here. They can probably get a decent shot in. I imagine they should be able to anyway. So yes, if we can... Come on. There we go. Yeah, I think we'll be fine here today. It's not ideal to have to try and defend this siege, but I had just enough of a force, I think, to be able to deal with this, he says, before we've actually cleared them out in any way. Right, you guys stop and just start shooting once again. They're getting hacked down. We have not lost very much here. The spearmen are really... Oh, they're going to throw javelins in. Just start going forward. Take your guard mode off. No. Come back here, lads. Come back here. That is fine. Crossbowmen, just get on with whatever you like, to be honest, at this point. They have really nothing to offer. They're just going to throw themselves back in again and again and again. They're welcome to. I don't think that's going to go very well for them. So we'll just take our 2 units here and put them on guard. And we'll shoot them as they come. I'm pretty sure this is over. Sadly, we are just chasing men into a field at this point, but lack of cav is kind of irritating. That's why at least 1 unit of the merchant cavalry isn't always the worst plan in the world, but we'll pick off a few of them as they flee. 85-ish% it looks like we're about to take out. 88. Ooh, that went up quite a bit suddenly. There's probably a few units caught back there, I imagine. Well, very nice work indeed. Seem to have cleared them out. There's just a couple of them about to escape. But there we go. Solid victory. So it seems that Venice have awoken with a full stack army on Vienna, so that could be a problem. Could indeed be a problem. But the Portuguese, in the meantime, want to have a little chat with us. Ceasefire. No, I think we're ready to take a few of your cities, so that doesn't seem like a very sensible idea. Someone just died over there. Right, well, as for Portugal indeed, they can't make anywhere near the city. Okay, well, we'll just wander towards Cordoba. There's quite a few forces there. They've got sword staff militia, who are pretty solid, to be fair. Not too bad. Nice to see those. Don't see them too often. It might be better served, actually, just going over to Lisbon. Maybe let's just show our hand and then wander off in that direction. It might be a good idea in the short term, actually. Yes, of course, Pamplona is 3 turns away from surrender. And I was sending my princess, who is up to 5 now, by the way. I thought she was at 5. When did... Oh, bruised confidence. Oh, damn and blast. Something went wrong with her at some point. Well, we can make this up at some point. Let's just try and get some map information. Oh, that's not good. He's gonna be annoyed now. Let's try and offer him a bit of money just to make him happy. They're not gonna accept, are they? No. She didn't lose any more for that. Okay, well, we'll leave her alone for the time being. We'll send her down to talk to the Sicilian princess, and we should probably go figure out what's happening at Vienna, because this doesn't look like the best situation. No. Now, it should be said, I was actually sending our good old Emperor, yes, Emperor Tancred the Cruel, over in this direction. Now, yes, we can get some nice mercenaries. Okay, this looks quite salvageable, actually. Yeah, I was sending him over to go swap around with this guy over here, just so I'd have someone a bit more brutal on the border. And it turns out that I was a little bit late to that party. I don't have ballista towers. I can get ballista towers. Unfortunately, I haven't built them, so I think I've been focusing on things like the mines. Indeed, I have. Okay, well, let's head over here. Let's just make sure I've got all of this nonsense. Let's hire up all of that. Hire up all of that. And then we'll go and wander into that position. Now, I think we'll let them attack the city. Oh, that is not a great force. Big pile of Slavic mercenaries, a few Balkan archers. Oh, I think we'll probably be alright with this reinforcement force here. Yeah, no need to panic too much, not unless we start getting the Poles attacking us as well. Now, actually, with this, I suppose it's a good opportunity to smash this army and then go and take Zagreb and Ragusa. We've kind of been ignoring them for a long time. Maybe this is the opportunity that we've been waiting for. Indeed, I have been floating around here for quite a while. I couldn't really be bothered to deal with them, to be honest, because my armies had better things to do. Better things, by the way, like smashing up Sicily, who I'm pretty certain should just have one king sitting in the town. Oh dear, my good sir. Let us walk in. Is that the end? Oh, the Pope's turned around. Is that the end of Sicily? Let's see. No. No, it's not. Okay, presumably they have Leptis Magna then, I suppose. Or whatever the town is on this. I can't actually recall. I assume they must, because they don't seem to have anything else around here. I've taken the rest of it away. Okay, well, let's just go and poke the Pope whilst we're here. Yeah, I think this seems like a good idea. Ornamental armour. Has it got anything particularly good for battle? The fact that I'm even questioning whether we'll win this is a little bit worrying, I suppose. But it's got a healthy, actually. Has got healthy and strong language. He's a sweary Pope. Yes, he's the unorthodox Thomas. Okay, we'll take some mailed knights just to keep the experience up. Let's head in. Let's take down a Pope. Might as well just, shake things up a little bit here. Where is his popiness anyway? Oh, there he is. There, no, I don't. No, apparently I'm blind. There's our lad. He looks quite injured actually. Should probably be slightly careful with him. Just pull out for a moment, just to be sure. We're really not doing very well at this. Okay, turns out the Pope is a lot stronger than I thought. Panic. We're going to get a sideways swipe right on the Pope here. Is that going to be enough? Hopefully it is. We can see that he is getting himself heavily jabs there. Come on. His popiness is blooded. He fights like a demon, and indeed he has been slain. And with that, victory is ours. That was a lot more tricky than I was thinking it might be, but there we go. We seem to have chopped him down eventually. Another day and another Pope has been slain, but sadly there's no trait for being a Pope Slayer. Bit of a dropped ball there, I think, by Creative Assembly. Although we have got ourselves a eunuch, quite a nice one of the retinues, to be honest. Only for the Muslim factions, by the way. Plus one authority. Bit rare sometimes to get authority, so not a bad one to have. Although, of course, the faction here doesn't really need authority right now because he's everyone seems to be enjoying his wife so much that his authority has gone backwards and thus is now at full. I'm not sure quite how low his authority is, but we are seeing that hilarious bug, which I think I mentioned actually on my video on the guide for how to get yourself authority with your generals. Go and watch it, be in the description down below, probably, if I remember. But yes, he's... at least that means we shouldn't get ourselves any rebellions, so that's a positive for us, all things considered. Get back in Palermo, my good sir. You almost disgraced yourself there. I was a bit worried for a moment. We have a citadel. We can have ourselves a citadel. That would be all the money in the world. But, I mean, what do we even get, Imperial Knights? Well, that's okay, but, I mean... dismounted Imperial Knights, though. Yes, of course, we're going to do it. We're going to get ourselves the first citadel. The first citadel that I'm aware of on the map, anyway. I haven't seen any others, that's for sure. Trait increase. Proving command. I'm not so sure about that. Construction report. Yeah, only a couple of buildings this turn. I think we built a huge pile of roads in the north of Italy just the turn before. -2 piety. That is just an all-out bad trait, sir. Thank you very much. Heir apparent, trustworthy. Yeah, you know what? You're not too bad, Nicolaus. You should probably get moving south, actually. Go down to Genoa. Could probably have you in a better situation. Don't need you up in our house. So, yes, maybe Nicholas von Ostrolja can go up to our house. And Oslo is about to get finished building. These two towns are so slow to get going. Turn 63. Turn 63. We must be in Mongol land at this point, or nearly. Haven't had the alarm yet. 12:04. So, yeah, 12:10-ish is the kind of time we can expect it to have turned up. Normally somewhere between around 62, 66 in my experience. We will see, I suppose. Okay, where are we? Of course, we've just set up this to go and attack Lisbon. A few turns in Pamplona. It might be a quiet few turns, actually, just while we get things set up. I say that, of course, there is the big showdown in Vienna whenever they want to do it. I think they'll probably want another round of siege equipment, but we will see, I suppose. We are going to have a showdown outside Vienna, then Doge Bartholomew himself is going to take us on. Honestly, not very much equipment, so I'd fancy our chances. Should be noted, though, that, of course, I'm not going to be able to control all of these forces at once, so I'll probably let Emperor Tancred the Cruel roll the dice as an AI army. He might just charge himself and get himself killed. I don't know. The game seems to fancy our chances. We probably overall should be fine, but we will see about that. I don't have a huge amount of infantry to defend the walls, so we will see. We will see about that. Maybe we need to get the knights out to charge down their troops. But frankly, a lot of this is trash, and Italian Spear Militia, while solid enough, yeah, we are starting to get to the mid-game here, and I think good old solid charge of the Mailed Knights will still be able to do the job on them. Let's head in, let's clear out Vienna. In they come straight away then, and our reinforcements do need to get a gallop on somewhere over there, over the hill. So we have ourselves 3 units of Spear Militia at the gate here, obviously, as you might well expect. One on the wall on each position where they're getting their ladders and the towers. We're not going to be able to hold against all this. We need the reinforcements to get in here. However, we do have cavalry coming out from the side of the town here. So, with any luck, we can get ourselves a cav over here. That should do some very nice work indeed. We got to get there nice and quick because we are lacking any kind of crossbowmen to deal damage on these chaps. So Spear Militia, you're going to have to do your job. Italian Militia, it's going to be they do have the advantage there, it should be said. Yeah, we'll just have to see what damage we can do with our cav here, because they can do some important work. One of you just charge into that militia unit, pull in the tower. The rest of you, what do you want to do? I'm not 100% sure. Let's just charge into those chaps over there, and indeed just hit those Slav mercenaries. Just do some heavy damage while you get the opportunity. Someone's shooting at us. Bit of a strange charge, but it has at least slowed them down. They're very, very distracted at this moment in time. Okay, you pull out of there. Get another charge in. Smashy, smashy. Okay, we're just going to do the old charge and run out for a counter charge. Guys, back into that position. How much damage can we do? Where are my reinforcements? They are really, really ponderous at best. Okay, we are going to struggle. We are going to struggle big time here. Now, over at this point, 52. We are vaguely, very, very slightly winning that battle over there. Let's just smash into those mercenary crossbowmen. So, Spear Militia, Spear Militia, Spear Militia, Armoured Sergeants. Why not just hit them? Actually, no. Go for those Tower Militia. Their tower is very much getting distracted. Their tower force, anyway. Yeah, this is good. This is just what the Mailed Knights want. An opportunity to smash into these guys. They might be Spear Militia, but they still don't like a full-on charge from the Knights here. Now, the Ram is distracted. What is it doing? What is it doing? Very, very strange indeed. Those Italian militia are starting to get the upper hand on that wall. I need to send these guys over here now. Get over there. Support your men. General, you need to get yourself over here. And I need to get these guys back into the charge. Get yourselves back here. Do they? They've got the ram once again. That's kind of annoying, but kind of unsurprising. So, got ourselves a couple charges, continuing to do some nice hefty damage. And what are we looking at? 7 to 36. Wow. We've done some really good work here. And they are so distracted by... I'm really bugging out the AI somehow here. I don't know quite what I'm doing, which is confusing them so much. But This isn't too bad for us. Right, what do we have? Just finish off that spear militia over there. Get into the side of that spear militia. That is good news indeed. We seem to just be able to chunk down that Italian spear militia. These guys have routed. That is causing all sorts of confusion because they're trying to route for the gate, but they're actually blocking the ram. Our routing units are doing marvellous, sterling work here. Yeah, they don't know what to do. They're really... I don't know what's happening there. Oh, but I do know what's happening over here. It's my mailed knights, and I've completely got distracted. What a brilliant ploy by the ram. What a brilliant ploy. Distracting my cav, and that's actually really bad news because we're not going to be sensible, just run off over here. No, we're going to try and run through the gate again. But will the table turn once again? Will that mean that my cav block them once more? Perhaps it will. If you're wondering where my other light cav are, by the way, they are just in the centre of the city in case we had ourselves a bit of a random break from all parties. To be honest, though, I think they'd be much better suited coming out to help, to be honest. So I might actually just get them running out there. Okay, in come our horses. I'll just send one of two of those lads. There's like one here. As long as one person's on the plaza, we can hold. Now, reinforcements, it's really, really, really important at this point that you come and help us out because we're going to have so many problems. Venetian bodyguard, okay, he's straight into it. General, do I want him to get himself killed? Potentially I do. You're down to 3, you're on to 5. We still need to win that battle. Oh gosh, this isn't good. All of you on to guard, just hold them up. General, you just need to stay around and support your men. The longer they will hold, the better. They are eager. This is number 2, Thomas. So they tend to hold in general. Defeat is almost a certainty. Yes, perhaps it is, but I think we'll be okay. Right, 5 of them up there. Oh, I really need you to win this battle. Get down there. Get down there. Honestly, it's... I think we should be able to chop these guys down with the 3 of them and the tower shooting them. That's a break for the 3. That's not what I needed. Okay, just finish those 2 off. Please, someone just do the work. Charging the bodyguard. These guys, can you even do any good out here at this point? I don't know. Should be able to charge into the back of them, actually. Get yourselves around here. You might have a chance to be useful yet. As for my reinforcements, they're actually making their way around. You could have just got in the gate. We would have opened it for you. They're just going to throw themselves in like absolute mad dogs. But if we can hold... We're not going to be able to hold. If we can hold for long enough just to let those reinforcements arrive, we are in a good position. What have I got over here? Just those 5 cav. You stay there.
We have lost half the army.
Yeah, we have, but we are here just to hold the gate. Remember, that is what we are here for. Our cav are turning up. They are... Oh, that's not so good, actually. They seem to be trying to deal with us. Well, we'll just have to take them on. Let's our infantry get involved. Yeah, actually, they seem to be getting distracted by our reinforcements now. Which is good news because I have very little else going my way. General, can you pull yourself back? At least you can get a good charge in when this side falls apart because it's about to. Blow the Horn of Destiny whilst you're there. Their general's thrown himself into the mire. These guys, how are you doing? You're not really supposed to be taking on heavy, lads. Yeah, there's still there's quite a few of them. This tower isn't active. If nothing else, chaps, pull them out of battle. Pull them out of the battle. Get yourselves lined up for a charge. And my general, likewise, are you ready for that charge that we spoke about? It's Italian spear militia. That's the enemy king. Enemy king! Oh yes, of course it's the Doge. He's ran into our spearmen. That is ideal for us. Right. You guys turn around to get a charge in. Got a little bit of a hill. It's not going to be a proper charge, but it will be something, and at least we are keeping them distracted. My general did not charge. You're supposed to charge. Are you going to charge? No, he's getting distracted by like the 2 people. Okay, best for you, I think, sir, to just pull back a little bit. Just run along the tower here. That would be ideal because we now need to retake all of this city. Get yourselves over here, lads. Get yourselves over here. We've now got our men outside the city and their men inside the city. They're now leaving the city to take us on. They should really just go and grab the plaza, but they are not doing that. We should just turn around and smash these spear militia because honestly they're way out of position at this point, and I don't think they're going to like a full-on head full charge from our general here. Somewhere our king is outside, or our emperor of course, who should be doing some sterling work, but he might well get himself killed yet. They're shaken, but they didn't break from that charge, which is a little bit unfortunate. They are only down to 30. Yeah, get out of there, General. No need to get yourselves killed. And where are you, sir? That is you right there. Not the job for Light Cav. Not the job for Light Cav. Light Cav, your job is now... Your job now is just to run over to those trees. You can mop up anything that routes. That's essentially what your job is supposed to be anyway. So I think we're okay. The reinforcements are a little bit anarchic. General's right at the back because he's an absolute coward. These aren't even rebels though, sir. They're just Venetians. Get on with their murder, please. Ah, we accidentally routed one of their units who were wandering towards the plaza. That went off well for us in the end, didn't it? Yeah, a few of them are starting to run towards the plaza, so probably a good idea if my allies actually came in and helped. Stop chasing after them. I've got them covered. Anyway, at some point they'll get back in the city and try and defend the place that we're actually here to guard. Generally, you should really just get out of there at this point because, yeah, you really can't afford to get stuck in an actual fight. There's only 12 of you left. Let's get all of these guys back together on the plaza. Thank you very much. I genuinely think my allies are never going to come into the town and actually help. Although it does seem like they seem to all break immediately as they get anywhere near us. So with any luck, we'll be fine. There's one unit of spear militia who are starting to run onto the plaza. With any luck, a bit of infantry charge and a cavalry charge in the flank will be enough, but who knows? It'd be nice if the Emperor would turn up and help out. This charge, with any luck, yeah, that's enough. That's plenty. Infantry, no need to worry. We're just going to pick them off small force by small force, I think. My 5 cavalry are just going to keep on charging the crossbowmen who are here, because honestly I can't really do very much else. Yeah, they seem to have done the damage. Well done, sir. The 3 knights have done the job. They have very little left. What do they have? 37 spear militia. Honestly, I can't actually deal with that myself. So, Emperor, anytime you want to come finish them off, that would be lovely. Look at what the AI is doing. It's just chasing them around. We're literally outnumbered inside our own city. One last heroic charge from the 3 musketeers over here. Indeed, they're going to smash into those infantrymen. They broke them! They broke them! Well done, my good sirs. One of them's been shot down. Oh no. Italian spear militia are climbing up the walls to try and deal with the issue. Are they actually going to manage to do anything about this? We've got the tower back on. We've got the tower back on, ladies and gentlemen. The last 16 men will surely go down now. We're down to 1. Are we shooting our own men with crossbows or something? We probably are. I don't actually know why they're dying, but we are down to just 1 man on, oh yes, 9 experience. Chop them down, lads. Chop them down. There's just a few men standing around now. A few waddling towards the plaza. 16 of them. Let's send in the infantry. Send in the general. I think we've got him. I think we've done it now. Here comes the general, and he's finally terrified these Venetian fiends. God knows what happened to the AI. Look at them just lined up there outside the city as if nothing is going on. Emperor Tancred the Cruel. Yes, cruel and brutal to Leopold over here. He passes over control of the city, and somehow we survive. Okay, do we want to let them go? No, we don't. Explorers Guild up in Oslo. Now, I've always wondered what this actually does, but it gives us some very nice retinue from that guild. So, whilst it's not as immediately obvious as, say, like the Templars or something like that, you can do some very nice work through getting that guild. So, just need to make sure I remember to send someone over to that town. Now, Leopold, I think it's best if you yeah, just head off somewhere over to Prague maybe. We'll let Otto van Hassel head over to Nuremberg at this point. We'll just give him a little shuffle around, and yeah, our Emperor can just wander into the town. Let's just merge up what we've got. Let's just merge all of that as well. And it turns out we've actually got a fair amount of troops over here. That was absolutely useless, my good sir. Did he gain anything from that? No, he didn't. Alas not. Well, it turns out we have a few of our soldiers left. A few more of the knights actually recovered, which is very nice indeed. Russia hate us. Hardly surprising. Portuguese are going to come for us outside Pamplona, although it's a little bit of a timid poke from Captain Martio over here. Not the best army, a bit of drips and drags, maybe leftovers from Leon, I don't really remember, and Prince Gil inside the city. Yeah, it's been a long old siege for this chap. 10 turns, which I guess in the terms of this game is 20-25 years. This guy's been here forever. Right, let's head in. I think it'll be fine. Bit of an unusual battlefield. We're just going to use this farm over here to help us. There are some reinforcements back there. I've got a few crossbowmen over in this position to try and get some side shots in. The Ginete are going to cause us a few annoying issues, so we're just going to send in our units to at least deal with all of the infantry nice and simply. Send in the knights. That should do some good work. Our crossbowmen are just taking some nice shots in from a distance. General, just go and deal with that ballista. He was causing us a few irritations. And hopefully, yeah, the infantry have charged their way for all of that nonsense. Get on top of those feudal knights. They won't last very long against us. Let's put all the infantry on guard. Not really looking for them to do too much damage, really. Just trying to keep the line held. Crossbow ammunition need to be chopped down so the general can deal with them as well. And that's pretty much the army collapsed. That was quick. Okay. Already done with all of that nonsense. We've got ourselves another army over here. Now, what do we want to do with them? You know what? Send the crossbowmen over here. That'll be fine. We'll probably just move our angle across to go and deal with the second army, because it looks like the first army has been mopped up largely with the cavalry I've got sitting around. So I think just a change of angle here. The Ginete look like they wanted to charge into the back of our crossbowmen there, but they seem to have ran off last minute. Not really surprising. Let's get the infantry back into position. Send in some of our cav around this flank over here. Probably a good idea. Just line them up on that hill. The general does seem to be coming in straight for us. Oh, those Ginete are indeed going to go and take us on. I didn't think they would actually bother taking us on, but it seems like that's what they're going to do. Those crossbowmen can handle themselves, to be fair. But, okay. Yeah, we'll just have to hold position, I think. Yeah, best do that. Okay, get these cav into the general. Deal with him nice and quick. One unit go and hit those Ginete. That should clear them out. And crossbowmen just going to have to do what they can, to be honest. Get on top of those Ginete. Shoot at them as well. And these guys can just shoot something in the distance there. Yeah, preferably those feudal knights. As for the general, looks like he's not going to last too long over here. Yeah, good old Jahal has won his victory already. With that, we should wrap him up, because they are just tiny forces here. Those three can charge those peasant archers, only 3 of them, but I'm sure they'll do the job. Mailed knights, you stick up. To be honest, still 20 of them. I kind of thought that we'd already beaten them here, but apparently they're not actually broken, they're just wavering. So we'll finish those off with our general. He seems to be able to do the job. Crossbowmen are now largely in a good position. Yeah, let's just get on top of these guys, because it looks like there's some weird spear militia getting into position. Generals, okay, even though their general, yeah, finally gone. And that should pretty much be the battle, because the rest of it, these are such small forces. A messy affair, this. I didn't realise how few infantry I had left. That's probably why I never went in to actually take on the siege, because quite frankly, in spite of the weakness of the foe, yeah, I didn't really have enough infantry for a siege, so this works out for us in the end. Let's just get some crossbow shots into whatever's still fighting. Just get into them, that's not a problem. Charge them down, this battle's as good as done. With the sacking of Pamplona then, our western border with France looks pretty darn solid. We can plug the Pyrenees if they decide to attack us. course, it's much more likely they're going to attack up in the north near Metz there, but we should be covered if they want to do that. Over by Lisbon, though, we have cleared out a few of the small forces, and we are now besieging the city. There was a more important siege I need to get on with, which was Zagreb. Yes, that's the one. Yes, of course, the Venetians need to go down. So into Zagreb we go. Yes, you might have noticed slight problem with visibility in the old night battles. There's a reason I don't normally do those very often, because I had to fiddle with the brightness quite a lot anyway. Nonetheless, we can just execute a couple of them because I feel like it. Sack the settlement, and with that, another Venetian army waiting to pounce. We should probably get anything, actually. St. John's Minor Shepherd House. There we are. Public health bonus of 5%. Very nice indeed. So yeah, we should probably get whatever we can actually to defend this right now. Grab. Oh, do we normally get those here? I didn't realise those were an option around here, but there we are. I'll have them. Thank you very much, sir. Right, well, we'll take those. They're pretty weak, but, you know, it's something, eh? And that might just give us that final bit of power to defeat these guys. And to be honest, it's been a while since I've had horse archers. I very much want to have myself some of those. The Polish still wandering around up near Thorn, but in general, things are looking a bit better. Rome, by the way, is getting its huge stone wall upgrade. It doesn't have land clearance, by the way, because the AI is slightly incompetent at times. Although we'll turn up the tax rate again now. It's a bit happier than it was when we first took it. Okay, time to flick for a turn or two and see how the cookie crumbles. Turns out the Venetians want to come straight into Sardinia, which is a bit surprising to me, but I suppose they do have themselves their Doge with a fair-sized army behind it. It'll be a little bit basic. I suspect with a fortress will be alright. It's not the greatest force in the world. A little bit early game on my behalf as well, but I think we'll be fine. We've got the double set of walls and plenty of infantry to hold the position. And of course the favoured ballista to shoot them as they enter the gate. Let it in. We can take out the Doge. Don't know how many other family members they have. Councillor over there. That might be the last two. Well. We can snipe off Venice. Snipe off Sicily very soon. I'll be a happy man. Let's head in. As is typical with this kind of battle, if they have a ballista, they will just charge it forward. So I'm just going to pick it off because why wouldn't I, to be honest? They are going to come now and charge in at us with the rest of their forces, but it's normally worth just getting on top of them if you have the opportunity. So well done, knights. You can just give them a nice battering. They're going to start shooting at us, which isn't great, to be honest. Let's just pull out of there now, guys. You're a little bit outnumbered. This is down to 17. See if we can get a second charge in. Might just be able to hit them before that infantry arrives. Yeah, I reckon we got the charge. We got them. We got them. And then we flee. Very, very quickly flee back into the city. Just get yourself inside there, chaps. You've done the job. You've poked the bear a little bit. And with that, we can pull them in to our defences. And yes, you might have noticed that in spite of having a fortress here, I am actually going to spend most of my forces over here at the first set of walls. They're attacking quite a nice defended area. Plenty of towers. Got myself most of my units over here. Just two left at the second wall there. Ballista will shoot them over here. We've got some heavy lads on the walls, particularly these two here. Actually, this guy we'll deploy them where we need them, I think, but we can do plenty of damage, I suspect, here with these towers. So we'll see how it goes. It might be a bit of a long chunk fest eventually, though. Ballista's job now is to get some filthy bolts into them. Oh, they're not going to like it. They are not going to like it at all. Okay, you guys charge into them, pin them in place. You likewise, just get a shot in, just shoot in. Come on, get on with it. The whole point of you is to shoot in with those bolts. They should do some lovely damage. Towers are going to cause all sorts of mayhem. Get on with the shots, ballistas. There we go. That's what we're looking for. That is one of the general's horses cut down there. We probably need to get these other guys down as well pronto, because it looks like the walls are fairly secure, all things considered. There's one unit up there that we need to chunk down, but apart from that, it's just a matter of holding them in place. Now, there. Oh, that is just delicious. You guys get yourself in there. Just continue to hold this position. And hopefully, the towers and the ballistas will do their job. For some reason, this one's now gone off. We're not quite close enough, apparently. Which is just a little bit annoying, but sometimes that is the way it goes. Have we managed to break these guys up here? No, we have not. But there's just a big trail of burning corpses in the middle. And the general has been slain. That is the Doge. And with that, they'll hopefully collapse. I think we might just have them here at the entrance. Yeah, they start to rout. There go the flaming shots. Somehow you went over the head of everyone, sir. Yeah, they can't be happy about that. I think that's the mass rout. You guys stop. I think we got them. General, just charge. I don't know who hasn't broken. It might just be like this one guy on the wall here. You head. Actually, no, you, sir. You're fresh. You head up onto the wall. And it looks like we've pretty much done it. It's just probably that ballista back there at this point. We are shooting them down. This has been so much simpler than you could ever have envisioned. Yeah, just get on top of them, please, knights. Get on top of that back unit. No, we don't want them to regroup. Oh, darn and blast. What unit is that? Peasant archers. Oh, no, they'll break again. That's perfect. Right, get on top. Just get to that farthest forward unit. What we should probably do at this point, we can just let them throw themselves back into their death. These knights can rack up ridiculous kills here by just getting on top of all of these chaps. Well done, my good sirs. Best if you go and just mop up those ballista. The rest of them can keep running back at us and they'll get themselves killed. But you just make sure they're gone, and that'll be the battle right there. Oh, the infrastructure is coming in place now. We did say that this chap would be the builder, and indeed he is building up our economy. We're being a little bit overstretched, it is fair to say. But, oh, draw your swords. I think we might actually. I think we might come in for a good old assassination run. Do love one of those. I reckon we grab our army over here. We can ballistas, they can stay at home. Let's go in. And I think this might just be the last of their chaps. He's only 23. It must be. He must be the last of them. Right, let's finish off today by taking out Venice. That will be a beautiful, beautiful thing. This, I'm not even really planning on fighting this battle properly, but it turns out it's a terrible, terrible army. I don't even need to go in for the assassination run with the Cav, but I do have the light Cav to make sure we catch him. So let's finish off Venice. I hadn't realised we were actually on the edge of a cliff here. Much more interesting position than I've realised. We seem to have exceptionally long range on these chaps. So let's get my horse archers out actually at this point. See what damage we can cause. It certainly looks like we can shoot them down from range. So that's what we will do here. They're already wavering. Falcon archers are absolutely terrible, it should be said. What else is going on around here? Italian militia, Slav mercs, general's bodyguard. Yeah, there just isn't a lot here, really, is there? But they are shooting our general at this point. There seems to be someone over here. Mercenary crossbowmen. Looks like, general, you've got someone to go and slaughter. What's then the merchant cav as well? They can join the fun. Now, horse archers, just let them through this little cliff here. It's going to slow them down. Let's have a few more shots at them as we go. Just shoot down those ballista because I really don't want them causing too many trouble. But we'll probably just pick those off in a moment should we get the opportunity. General's now doing his work over there. Yeah, this is a bit of an awkward mix of battlefield and just general weather, to be honest. But oh, there come the male knights. We'll just circle round to them. The horse archers over here can just go and take out those ballista chaps. Bodyguard seems to want to deal with us. We can just skirmish him then if that's what he wants to do. And yeah, we'll just do that. We'll just run off in this sort of a direction, back up around the hill towards the spearman. Yeah, he's going to get bored of that very, very quickly indeed. What's happening with the generals, by the way? I imagine they're in a big melee with probably some spearmen or something. I'm not sure quite how they're doing so badly, but yeah, apparently they're struggling just a little bit. Maybe just get yourselves back behind the lines, chaps. That would probably be a good idea. As for these guys, yeah, their job is probably going to do well. A noble death! Oh, you utter fool. But oh well, it's fine. I don't really know what's happening here. We've got plenty of infantry to take out the general. Cav, maybe you should just charge in at this point. Let's just get him dealt with, to be honest, because it's a bit too dark. I can't really see what's happening. I can't really be bothered to work it out, to be honest. Mostly worried about just killing the Doge. So I think that's what we'll do. General, get yourself over here. Crossbowmen just lay the fire on, just in case it does anything. We've got him surrounded. We'll just get him slaughtered. Indeed, he's fleeing, and I don't think that's going to go very well. There he is. That's the end of Venice. Just a horrendously messy throw everyone in kind of affair here. No idea what's really going on this weather. Not quite sure why I picked this day for the battle. I don't know if I just clicked past the delay button or if that isn't an option. Is that an option of this? Am I going mad? I don't know. We should probably get something to help. There's some armoured sergeants here. They're actually fairly serious as a unit in terms of what the Venetians have got anyway. Anyway, so we seem to have done the job. Someone's dead, but no one knew who he was anyway. Just some young fool, so no need to worry about him. This chap, though, he's got 5 experience. He seemed to use that to his advantage and survive. To be honest, if the general's dead, we might as well just run off at this point. General's done his job again, get rid of the blister, and that is the battle right there. Should we just let them live? No, they're Venetian. Oh, it is fun when you capture them, you can just listen to them plea.
Think of the money to be made.
Think of the money. No, I don't need the money, sir.
Yes. God will smile upon you.
Oh, God already loves me, sir.
You don't have to do this.
Yes, I do. And with this, hopefully, that is the end of Venice. Please tell me that that is them over. Yes. Yes, it is. We have had a noble death for good old Eckhard von der Platz, or however you're supposed to pronounce that name. I have no idea, if I'm honest. But with that, we can see Venice have been destroyed. Oh, yes. That is... Oh, the world feels so much more peaceful now. That is good news indeed. Right. Well, we'll just head back to Zagreb, because that's probably a little bit angry at us right now. Get a few chaps over there. But yes, Venice are got. Ragusa can be taken in time. All the Croat axemen, they're nice, aren't they? Ah, well, that's a good way to finish off the episode, I think, ladies and gentlemen, because quite frankly, I seem to be losing my voice, and I don't really know what I'm saying anymore. But it's been a successful day. We've taken out Venice. The Spanish seem to have essentially disappeared off the face of the earth. They still just about exist, but I'm not too worried about Tunis. Sicily have been beaten to the ground. Portugal are looking well defeated at this point. Just really a final force or two hanging around Lisbon. And how are we going to finish this off? Well, I think, ladies and gents, we're about the place where I'm going to leave this series, because I don't know. I think the main thing was to explore what would happen if we took over one of the factions here in Europe as a Muslim faction, and I think it's been an interesting experiment. But before we finish, one more episode. We'll finish off Iberia. Maybe we'll leave the Moors. Who knows? We'll decide that one next time, I guess. But the French, I think the French have to go down. I can't really just leave this big gaping chasm here that's just waiting to be conquered. We might have to smash them up, if I'm honest. We'll leave the east. I'm not too worried about that. Ragusa, to be honest, that can stay rebel for all I care. We'll have to assassinate Sicily, but all of that will have to come next time. And Mr. Pope, we might kill another Pope as well. We'll see about that. But for now, I will leave you. I'm Thomas. This is Today Just a Human, and this has been our Islamic Holy Roman Empire campaign. Thank you, and goodbye. Let us have a moment for Domino, then, a giant other commander who, frankly, I completely let down. Here! Yes! That was so good! We'll shoot them as they land. Ow! No, we're fine! Everything is fine! Panic over! It's only a horde of Vikings, it's not actually a problem.